here.
The sky looking kind of good though, no? Yes?
That's in no veins. No veins. Is this the seat? I think this is the seat for the convo. My little shit with no waves. Seducing and kind of veins.
Man, that song, I don't know why, it just hits different. Ooh, am I heavy? Okay. I didn't want to have to make this video. I'm a victim. Oh shit, I'm not real. Water. So basically, why am I so serious? That's a good thing though. I didn't feel like being like a super duper mellow and serious, honestly. That's why I took so much time to make this video or figure out what I wanted to make to inform, you know, my family, my community, excuse me. I'm gonna get straight into it, really, because like, what am I waiting for? What are you waiting for? I'm off the track team at North Texas. I'm not gonna curse. I got freaking cut. I got freaking cut. Cause I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. That was a playful bash, Dad. Don't rage too bad. He doesn't like when I troll myself too much. It's not because I wasn't good enough, actually. Well, that had to play essentially kind of a role, or at least that's what I thought. I would imagine so. You would imagine so, right? You get cut, it's just like, okay, you're just really not good enough. Of course, there's politics in it, and I feel like they're not maybe politics so much in the mix of how I got cut, but it could have been like, you know, my YouTube thing and something along those lines maybe too, because it's just so weird how it actually transpired, apparently. It's pretty interesting, can't lie. It's pretty interesting. Oh man, when this happened, like this happened what, 2 weeks ago? Bro came into the talk with no dates. It happened before conference, and conference was literally last weekend in Charlotte. Some time ago, like a week and a half ago, I was going to practice all the way over there. I was going to practice in the indoor facility because it was raining like crazy. I looked at my phone, it was like 11, I got a text message at 11:30 from Coach Williams, that's my sprint coach. And she was like, hey son, hey Evan, do you by chance, can you talk to Coach Marshall at anytime before 12:30? And I was already walking into practice at like 12:50 or something like that, so it was already cooked. And then I saw both him and her like getting ready to go into the indoor facility. And I was like, oh, can I do it now or something like that? They were like, no, you can, we'll set up another time or something like that. So when I seen the text message, I read it and how it was looking, I was like, ah, shit. And my mind was like, my mind went negative ways, and it made sense because it was like, why the heck? Because he didn't send like a teamwork message. That's the app we use for athletes, or here at least, to like communicate to like the whole group and stuff, the whole team. It wasn't a message from Marshall saying, I'm gonna have individual meetings with people, everybody, throughout this week. It wasn't one of those. I literally got personally text from Coach Williams, not from him, but from Coach Williams to let me know if I'm available. Yeah. When I read it, stomach did twist a little bit. I was like, man, what is it, bro? I'm just trying to practice today. I just came off the A&M meet, good ass meet. I'm not gonna say great. It was a good ass meet, man. It was a good ass meet, dead ass. For me, it was a good ass meet for me, and it says a lot. We'll get to that here soon. And so I'm just having a good practice. I'm trying to get, make sure my legs feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling strong. I'm feeling faster. I'm getting my edge back. I'm getting a better edge, honestly, because after A&M meet, I was faster. But like I said, we'll get to that. So I'm trying to practice, and I see that, and I'm like, oh. And so we're jogging and stuff like that. And I see Coach Williams. I just gotta ask so I can just get some type of measure of like what this message, what is this meeting finna be about? And so I asked her, I was like, Coach, is this bad? She looked me in my eyes. She's like, no, I don't know, son. I don't know, son. I really don't know. So I was like, so she really doesn't know. Okay, cool. So I was like, all right, okay. Went on with practiced. Actually, no, during practice, I asked Marshall, he was around, and I was like, so when do you want to meet? When can we meet? And he was like, let me think. Tomorrow, I'm not sure what I got going, but maybe like at 11, sometime, around 11:30. So that was the set date for the meeting. Wednesday comes up, and I'm buzzed. I pull up here to the facility at 11:30. And I guess I should dial it back a little bit, or go back a little bit as far as my precognition to like the actual meeting. In my mind, I didn't tell anybody about it, and I didn't tell my dad, my mom, none of them. And in my mind, I was like, okay, it could be a couple of things. Either my mind went to like, really my mind first went to on Tuesday when I was told like I had a meeting, I was like, is this another fucking snitch YouTube situation? Holy, what is this? What is this? Is this another YouTube? Evan, what happened? What happened? I don't know what I could have done because I didn't do anything, so I don't know what I could have done. That was the first thing that actually came to mind. I was like, oh my, this is another one of these, bro. Like, are we serious right now? And then my mind was like, wait, I don't think it's that, because literally when that happened earlier in the year, Marshall literally kicked me out of practice. So I literally said, son, go home. So went home. So that didn't happen. Now he literally saw me at practice jogging around practicing, so he didn't do that. So I was like, okay. So that set that reason, my first cognition to sleep. Okay, cool, okay, whatever. And then the second one was like, well, damn, am I not going to conference? And when I thought about it, I was like, damn, I guess that probably is it. Like, damn, no conference? Especially after the A&M meet, are we serious? No conference? No conference? I get the 400 part, but I say I get the 400 part. I've been hurt all season, guys. Like, we get it. Everyone knows. You watch me. You watch the journey. You're caught up. You get it. I get it. You get it. We get it. It's hurting. Came back. Didn't do indoor. This type of stuff. Yeah. And then I only ran 4 meets. Really damn near 3. I'm not counting TCU. Ran TCU, and then I had 3 weeks off. And then I ran 4 meets in a row, or 3 meets in a row. Excuse me. So I was like, damn, no conference? Is that what it is? I'm like, damn, that's probably what it is. But the third cognition I had in my head was like, dang, could I have gotten cut maybe? Cut? Nah. I laid the third one to rest without even really, like, nah, that's crazy. Getting cut is crazy. Not because, like, Evan just can't get cut. In my mind, it's like, no, this is like, after the Texas A&M meet, I was like, okay, they see that I haven't just fallen off to this freaking unrecoverable side from the injury or whatever, and I'm unrecoverable as an athlete. I showed that right then and there, especially just the whole meeting itself, the 400 and the 200. I don't know if you've watched that video yet. I'm posting both in the same day. I'm posting the track meet vlog first, but whatever. If you didn't see that, you can go watch it, and you'll see what I'm saying as far as like the race. You just skip to the races, whatever. And so I'm like, dang, there's no way getting cut after I shown that, okay, he had a very adverse season, and he still came and showed us that he was faster than what he was last year, going based off 4 meets, including no indoor. What sense does that make? I'm back. So, I'm doing pretty good right now too, explaining that, getting cut, I didn't think that was gonna happen. And so let's get back to Wednesday. We're at Wednesday, the meeting at 11:30. So I pull up to the facility, walk in, he's having a meeting with another athlete, and I'll try not to drop a name. And whatchamacallit, they're done, they get done, and it's my turn, and we end up going to like the soccer side because like somehow he forgot his keys into his office. Cool. Goes to the soccer. We go in there. He's like, how you doing, Em? I'm doing good, coach. How you doing? Yeah, the greeting thing, cool, got that in. Then he goes into, here goes the meat of the burger. He goes into roster because, I have to make cuts this season. Once he said that, I was like, holy shit. In my head, I was like, it's the third one? I got picked. But, he's going into like, the NCAA. Actually, he didn't say about the I have to make cuts, but he's like, essentially that's what it was. But he was saying about the roster, NCAA saying, you can't have more than 90 people, a 90-man team. So 45 women, 45 men. And so he's going into that. I'm like, oh, dang, it is about the cutting, ain't it? This nigga's gonna cut me. Turkey. And so he's saying all this, and then he's like, he gets to it, he's like, we don't have a spot for you next season on the roster. And I take a bite of my PB&J snack I had on my ham as he said it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so he's like, it's nothing, I'm in a weird position. I have to make cuts, this, that, and the third. I know you probably have questions. You can ask him now or here or later. And I was like, hey, no, sir, coach, I have nothing to ask you. It's cool. It's good. And he was like, you could, this was nice too. He was like, we're here for you as far as if you need to find a new home, as far as like on another track program to compete at. We're here to vouch for you and, tell him anything we need to tell him as far as, to put you in a new home and help you out. So that was nice, cool. It's like, yes, sir, thank you. And then he said, oh man, this went over, I don't know how this went over my head during the actual meeting. And it's probably for the best that it did, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't gonna do anything crazy in that meeting. I was like, yes, sir, yes, sir. If he had questions for me, I would have answered them honestly, that type of thing. But he told me, he was like, I haven't talked to Coach Williams about this. I haven't told her, but feel free to tell her, about our meeting. Coach Williams being my sprint coach. Huh? I didn't say huh in the moment, but as I thought about it, I was like, he actually said that. Huh. Interesting. Okay. And so we get up. I was like, I appreciate you for having me on the team, allowing me freshman year to, walk onto the team and, actually be able to, continue my track career here at UNT. It's been great, coach. Shook his hands like, no problem. He said something like that. He said, thank you, basically. Or you're welcome, excuse me. And so we walk, and I'm walking, and I, what did I do? I basically just went to Champs, I think. Yeah, I went to the dining hall after that. Oh, snap. I was trapped by the subway, trapping. I was saying I went to Champs. I did, but I didn't tell my mom or my dad, really anybody actually. Oops, I just lied. But I told Dad like 2 days. So like I told him like Friday I got cut, and I got told Wednesday myself. And he wasn't. he was feeling it. He was feeling it. Like he was feeling it. And it's. Did he think I didn't see that? I have 360 vision, kid. Read like a book. There's levels to this kid. I'm the top level. Was that egotistical? It's actually practice time. I get a text in the group chat saying, the sprint group chat, like, practice at 1:30, 1:15 for the 4x1. And so I don't know why I see the text and I'm like, oh, practice at 1:30. Like, and so that same day, Wednesday, I pull up to practice and I practice. They actually don't kick me out or anything like that. And I didn't even think about getting kicked out or like, I'm not supposed to be here until, it just hit me like towards the end of practice. I was like, oh, wait, am I supposed to even be here? Because like he didn't tell me about conference. I asked about conference. I missed that part too, guys. I'm sorry. I was like, so what about conference? He was like, well, your name didn't come up in the preliminary meeting as far as like who's going to conference and stuff. And so I was like, okay, well, Coach Williams hadn't said anything, so I was gonna talk to her about it after the meeting. She was like, I was gonna talk to Coach Williams after our meeting. And so he was like, okay, you can do that. If she says, you're going or like she wants you to go, then we can make that happen. Basically, that's what he told me. I was like, okay, cool. So I went to Williams after I practiced that same day, not knowing that I probably shouldn't have, or I couldn't, like, I don't know. I don't know. Obviously, I was in a sense welcome to practice because they let me practice. Like they didn't say anything to me. Or they didn't want to embarrass me maybe or something like that. And so I practice, I do like some flying 90s, absolutely low-key, demolishing Chris in the 90s. Like after the end of me, I was really finding myself as far as like my sprint form. I was really getting back into it. And so after that practice on Wednesday, I went to Coach Williams. We sat down, I waited for her because, Coach Williams here is famous. Everyone loves to talk to her after practice and stuff. And so I waited for everyone to, stop talking to her. And so I talked to her and I was like, what about conference, coach? She was like, oh, no, son, we're gonna let you rest. I don't see any shirts. Wow, this is bad. She was like, we're gonna let you rest, son. Rest. I was like, oh, okay, yes, ma'am. And so Ooh, what is that? Ooh. Yeah. Excuse me. Say, you know, rest, rest, rest. I was like, okay, rest. Okay, yes, ma'am. And then I told her, I was like, did you talk to Coach Marshall about, you know, like our meeting or anything like that? Or like, did he tell you anything, or did he tell you about our meeting? That's what I asked her. And she was like, no, son, no, he didn't. And so I was like, oh, well, he said I could tell you about it, so I'll let you know. And so I told her, I was like, you know, not coming back here next year. Excuse me. They cut me. And so she was like, oh, like the surprised look on her face was actually, it was hilarious and sad at the same time, because she actually just, it seemed like, unless she's the greatest actor, she had no clue. She was actually so clueless. I like these. Very small though. They are. She had like no clue. So I was like, oh. So I let her know and stuff like that. She's like, dang. Like she was sitting there like thinking a lot. I was like, but it really felt genuine, like she didn't know and stuff like that, which is a good feeling, because on her face, it didn't seem like she actually wanted me to, to get cut. And so it's so funny. It's so funny seeing people look at me and stuff. Sorry guys, I'm a weirdo. I like these too. These are smooth. What are these? These kind of look like a large though, no? Medium? I like it. I'll see. I'll see if it gets cut or it's comes with me to home. So yeah, like I said, she didn't seem like she actually knew I was getting cut. And so she was asking me like, so are you gonna like quit track and stuff like that? I was like, no ma'am. I'm gonna run unattached this upcoming year, because you have 5 years to finish 4 years of eligibility in track, or I bet any sport collegiately. But so my time already started since I ran my freshman year. So I was telling her that, and I was saying, I'm gonna run unattached and post some times, and then go somewhere else for my 5th year, or go somewhere for my 5th year. And I said, I'll go somewhere, or I'll come back here, or come back to the UNT track. And she was like, oh, okay, cool. So she was relieved that I wasn't just giving up on the sport, because she knows I love it. I love the sport. I mean, y'all know I love the sport. Wow, those are ass. Hashtag wow. I haven't shopped at jeans in forever. But yeah, so I told Coach Williams that same day, so she knew. And like I said, I told my dad 2 days later. What else, man? What else do I need to say? So, it was finals week, so I didn't edit the Arkansas vlog, because I just had to study for finals and stuff. So those are the past couple weeks, guys, where I've been and stuff. And like I said, we'll get into more of like my reasons why it's like athlete like me. Is that crazy to say? Or my situation why like cutting me seems crazy. And then I go into like, my plan as far as, the rough draft. I don't have every single details. My plan is like what I'm gonna do as far as track, but I have a very, very good idea of what I want to do. And all it's gonna take is me actually sitting down with my dad and my support system, and actually mapping out some things, mapping out workouts for my dad, and mapping out, internships, all this other stuff. So when I get out of the Goodwill, we'll continue to talk about that stuff. But yeah, that's the lace up as far as me getting cut. Oh, women's section, I see you. There are 12 in the waist. Is kind of crazy. I think I'm like a 9 in the waist for women. Damn, these are overly tough though. You want to do some money? I'ma make you. I want to fuck on the rush with a bench, no gun, bitch. The kid is back home. The chatting continues, but I got 2 pair of jeans I'll show later. Yeah, that's what I got from Goodwill. Ball, where you going? What's next, guys? It's the plan, my rough draft plan. Yeah, that's the last thing I remember talking about at the Goodwill. As far as, continuing track. And sorry, let me chill. So let me give y'all the rough draft as far as, the Evan Love 3 Amon, projection as far as the next, I'm gonna say year. Why not say year? It's summer now. And I should go back further. I bet y'all are really wondering like why I'm not more heartbroken maybe about UNT. Maybe y'all aren't wondering that. I don't know. But I think it's a good thing to kind of share because I feel like I would be pretty heartbroken if I didn't not see this coming, but already have plans in motion for just in case UNT didn't work or I wanted to leave UNT or I guess they cut me, you know? Because at Baylor, like that the track meet vlog Baylor, the Michael Johnson Invitational this year, I wasn't feeling it at all. I really I wanted to redshirt the year. I told you I wanted to redshirt the year and get it back, and then but that would have meant in my mind that they probably weren't going to take me back if I redshirted this year. No indoor, no outdoor. And my previous year, my sophomore year, was a 48, 21-7, 9-second split on the 4x1 though. But that's all I had to show. And so they're probably not gonna take me back if I redshirt this full year, and they're gonna just take me back again. Especially with the new rule in mind. That's what I was thinking too. Like the 45 man, 45 woman. No matter if you're a walk-on scholarship, you can only have that many amount of people on the team. Which that's also crazy too, because I did some research on the whole ordeal and stuff as far as the 45-45, and there's such thing as there's a thing called the grandfather rule where a coach can submit it to the NCAA peoples or whatever, and they can see they can approve whether they want to keep you on the team for another year to see if you can prove yourself to be on that team. Not sure if that was a conversation, but between Marshall, but a conversation with who? Because apparently he just made the decision without even talking to Coach Williams, my sprint coach. So, it's wait, what was I explaining that? I was cooking too. That was good. That was a good detail. I forgot about that.
Oh, brother.
Damn, I gotta go back and watch it. I was saying I already had plans in motion. I see. Yeah. So if they were gonna cut me because I redshirted the year, and this is before I ran at Baylor, I was thinking about redshirting because if I only ran at TCU, my next meet was 3 weeks later at Baylor, and if I redshirted, then they probably were gonna release me, So in my mind, I was already thinking like, okay, I'm perfectly fine talking to my dad about it before, the whole cutting thing, and we're like, with track guys, like you can go and attach and post a time. The time's gonna be the time. If you have a video, that's even better. But if it's mile split, whatever, and it's official and it's FAT or whatever, and it's laser, all that good stuff, the coach be like, well, shit. I mean, let's have a visit. Let's talk with you, son. Talk with you, lady. They, them, and we'll see if we want to pick you up. It's really like that for track for sure. So I mean, I have that much love for the sport and my potential and my support system and y'all, which is also equal support system, But I believe in myself, so it's just like I'm fine with. I know what I need to do too. I'm confident in what I need to do as far as to get faster in the 4, but just get faster. If you're faster, the 400 becomes a lot easier. It does. You run a lot faster. I ain't gonna say easier, but basically. But whatever. So, I was already not planning, but I was sober. I was content. I was geared up to be able to be off the team, and I said I was geared up mentally and emotionally to be off the team next year and just train and run attached at meets and stuff. But they ended up already happening, but not because of I wanted to actually leave the team or anything like that. It's just they cut me this time. So this time they cut me. And yeah. So I mean I was geared up. That's why I'm not just really broken or anything like that. Like the past 2 weeks I didn't post. I was really just making sure I had everything right, like I was saying in Goodwill, to relay the information to y'all, because y'all deserve, the right way to. Y'all deserve me to be able to actually speak about it and not be jibber jabbery going back and forth and stuff like that. I wanted to actually be, set best it could be, or best it could be, better than me just. I found out. Let me pick up the camera and vent. No. So yeah, that's not really. I didn't really go over the plan. So I mean, of course, I've never done an attached. It's gonna be a whole new learning curve in a sense. It won't be that bad, I don't think, at all. I have the right people. I've made the right connections, networking as far as with pros and other collegiate athletes over my 2 years of being in track collegiately. to be able to tap in, and they can help me out as far as, like how to, get into a meet, all that good stuff, and even like the training cycle and all that type of stuff. So I'll be vlogging all of that too. Like it won't be, I mean, really, we're looking at better content too this coming up year for sure, because I won't be bound by school times or workout times and stuff like that, and not be able to record practices and stuff like that. So I'll be 10 toes, 10, 11 million, 20 toes, all that down as far as recording content and insights into like my process as far as getting faster. And we'll see how it marries up with, what UNT athletes do next season too. So, I mean, we'll see. Shit, I'm down for it all. Yeah, that's really what it is. I mean, really, I have a lot more time on my hands as far as, not being committed to UNT track. So content ideas, training, my training, me and my dad's training, that type of thing. School, I can just do more. I can. I'm 21 now. Like I'm starting to peek over and see, oh shit, the grown things are right over that hill. I'm getting over there. So I think this welcoming into a new era is pretty nice. It's refreshing. It's something refreshing. It's new air, and I'm willing to breathe it. My lungs they're strong enough to breathe it in. So I mean, I'm looking forward to what I do. Talk to my brother. I have an internship going on with my sister. She's like training, and I have to like handle with her content and stuff like that. I start that actually like tomorrow, apparently. I need to email her back. But it's really professional. I have a contract, all that good stuff. Not contract to just know that I actually was doing the internship, so it can help me in my future job, whatever that might be, to put on my resume and stuff. So it's a lot of things that are in motion that are nice, but track is something I have not let go of and will not let go of anytime soon, I foresee. Why it's so crazy that I got cut kinda is just like, man, I was fast. I showed that I was faster at the last meet of the season, regular season, than I was the beginning, or like really my peak as far as my prime peak times and stuff last year, my sophomore year, because I was riding a big wave, but then feet started kind of bothering me, knees, just trying to say too much, because I'm not trying to bash the program or anything like that. It's not even really bashing. It can come off as bashing, but I'm just telling my truth as it is. But I'm gonna refrain. There's no point. I mean, it's just why? Because I mean, they've given me the platform to be able to even come on here and do the YouTube vlogging track, and just actually doing track first and foremost. Continuing my love for it and continue to love it and put in the work. And honestly, get better. I mean, I've gotten better since I started in high school. So, should I be a lot better as far as time wise? Of course. But that's neither here nor there right now, because I have every means to fix it now, since it's all on me now. I'm not relying on training that's supposed to train 100 more athletes kind of damn near the same way. So, okay, that was a little slick. I'm sorry. Ooh. But that's what almost all the programs can be like for the most part, unless the coach is really attentive to details. But we'll see. So yeah, unattached, and then I plan on going back collegiately just to finish out the last year, because I don't want to go to nationals. Fuck. I don't want to go to nationals. Bullshit. So yeah, and maybe I run so good unattached next season that I damn near want to go pro and I get a contract from somebody. It could be like that too, but I want to go back collegiately so I can, finish out that year, get as far as I can in the NCAA Division I circuit. And yeah, so that's the plan as far as, the next, really, I just said 2 years worth of things as far as rough draft goes. Unattached, post times, go collegiate or go pro, or collegiate pro, So it all sounds good. It sounds I'm making it sound easy. But I know it's gonna be tougher than what I'm making it sound. But I'm me. Like I'm willing to do the tough shit. So here we go. Short. Oh. Come here, nigga. Man, it's crazy. Like I said, I showed I was faster at the end of the season because I ran 48.7. Okay, cool. All right, I see it. But then I came back 55 minutes later and went 21.67 with 2.6 win. Not legal win. But if we go back, and last year I went 48.5 at the home meet, windy as hell, cool. And then I came back, I think an hour 30 or 2 hours later, and went 21.74, which is a PR then. But I did PR lifetime, but it was like 4.4 wind on that. So if you just like, you know, use your brain, it's like, okay, well, he's actually faster even coming off. I was trying not to walk out of bed and not limp out of bed. So I came back from, you know, I was like, man, it's Mickey Mouse, man, Mickey Mouse. It's okay though. It's overly okay. And it is overly a blessing. It ain't even a blessing in disguise. I've been saved, really. So, yeah. Am I gonna miss my teammates and stuff like that? You know, being in that environment, of course. But I do look forward to the new environment I'll be in. I'll still be at UNT next year. I guess that's a big thing I should have said. I'll be at the University of North Texas so I can graduate next year or next semesters. You get what I'm saying. And yeah, that's the rundown, guys. I ain't gonna, that's the rundown. I don't really want this video to be that long. Not really. Just something like supplementary. After my track meet vlog, which that actually turned out really good. Wow. Hashtag wow. I didn't think it was gonna be that long. Hours, crazy. That's the way to go out though, with a bang. That's all I got, guys. Wow. This is all I got. This is all I got. Left hand. Pure air ball. 744 out. See y'all soon. Boom. It's time to hoop. We finna hoop. 744. We finna hoop.